Hey everybody, sorry for being a couple minutes late there. I was having issues with my computer getting started, so yeah, for some reason tonight it wasn't letting me log in. But I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope everybody's staying warm. It's getting nice and chilly up here in northern Michigan, so I'm really pumped. That gets me going because I know that hunting season's really getting close, and so is ice fishing season. So, yeah, I've got a lot of great stuff coming up. I hope you guys are all having fun, though, enjoying the outdoors. It's just a great time of year as far as I'm concerned. I know a lot of you guys miss summertime, but not me. I don't like the heat. I am totally digging this weather. I can sleep like a baby at night and I can go out hunting whenever I want. So yeah, this is my time of year. But yeah, I hope you guys have all been having a great time doing what you love. I hope you guys have been out in the outdoors. I was hoping to do some salmon fishing, but I've been short on cash lately. I haven't been able to make it across the state like I wanted, and our populations aren't that great up here anymore. So salmon fishing's kind of tough around here. But yeah, what have you guys been up to lately? I hope you guys have been out able to hunt or fish or do something. I know my buddy Dewey, he his wife actually went out and got her first bull elk the other day. So I thought that was really cool. They live out in Wyoming though, which is a dream of mine to get out there and visit them because that would be really awesome. But yeah, I haven't been up to too much. I've just been busy around the house trying to get things going. Today I was stocking up, getting out all of my corn, and I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but corn can actually be cooked in the microwave. And as much as I'd rather grill or something like that, it's actually really tasty in the microwave. What I do is, for if you're, let's say you're cooking one ear of corn, put it on just for like 2 minutes, leave the husk on, and it's cool because the husk will actually make it so that it's basically getting steamed inside the husk. It actually makes it real tasty. It holds all the sweetness, but that's what I've been doing. I've got all my bags of corn out on the porch that I picked, and I've been bringing it inside and just doing 4 or 5 ears of corn at a time in my microwave as much as I can fit. And I just pull it out, cut pieces of corn off of it, throw it in bags, and freeze it. So that's what I've been doing. But yeah, I've been real busy trying to get the garden done. That way I can till her up and be done with it for the year. Because pretty soon I'm gonna be up in that tree. I was out there again today working on it, and yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna be out there pretty much every day, all day, hopefully. So yeah. Well, so far I haven't seen any chats, so hopefully, let's see. Hopefully you guys aren't trying to chat and I'm not seeing it because I'm not getting anything on that end. But yeah, today I went out, climbed up my tree stand. Um, for those that have noticed it in my videos, I had kind of a pretty redneck stand. I had a milk crate that I sat on. Tell you what, that was the most uncomfortable stand. And for those of you that deer hunt, you know that being comfortable is one of the biggest things because you want to put time in. If you're really wanting to get out and get that buck, you really want to put the time in the stand. So sitting on a milk crate is not the best idea. So what I did is I actually went out today. I tore the milk crate down and I hung my climber stand over my ladder. So it's going to be a lot more comfy this year. I've got it in a better angle, so I'm going to be, those bucks should be right in front of me. So it's going to be exciting. I should have some great footage. I'm going to try aim my other camera too right on me so that hopefully you guys can see me shoot and everything else. So yeah, it should be a pretty exciting year. I've got lots of good plans. But other than that, I've been out mushrooming. Squirrel season opened. You guys probably seen my video recently. I had opening day of squirrel season. I've been out twice now squirrel hunting. I'm putting together another episode, hoping to get some grouse. I really messed up opening day there by bringing that 22 because it just didn't have the power to bust through any limbs or leaves. And I probably could have had 2 grouse that day if I would have brought my shotgun. So the other day I brought my 28 gauge out, and go figure, I didn't even see a grouse that day. So that was kind of ridiculous. But yeah, from now on though, until the leaves get off the trees, I'm gonna be bringing my shotgun every time. I'm definitely not gonna let anything slip like that again because I don't know if you guys, how many of you have had grouse, but I'll tell you, I like them more than chicken. To me, grouse is, top bird. And I like to do the beer can chicken recipe with them. Put a beer can right up inside the grouse, we'll season it up real good, and either grill it or toss it in the oven. Man, it is so good. Yeah, grouse is definitely one of my favorites, but I don't get that many. I've got a friend up in Canada. Her name's Keely, and she shoots over 100 a year. She blows my mind. But I'm lucky. I think my best year was like four, because basically with the grouse, they usually freak me out when they fly, or I just I can't see them. They're usually in such thick cover to where I'll hear them fly, but I don't see them. The other day, I just had that perfect shot that you don't get very often, where he was just sitting right in the pine tree, but that 22 didn't make it through. Must have been a limb right in the way. So, yeah, that stinks. But also, I'm going to be doing predator calling this year. I think I mentioned that in my last video, but the other day I was out with my buddy Steve Foley, and we were talking. I'm actually going to be on his property trying to call in a bobcat this season. That's something I've never done. I've actually only ever even seen a couple bobcats in the wild, in a couple in my life. There's a lot of them around. Don't get me wrong. People seem to think that there's not very many, but that's because they're mostly nocturnal. Bobcats, they keep to themselves. They stick out to the really tight cover. It's very seldom that you get to see them in the wild. When you do, it's really cool. I've had them run across the road in front of me and stuff. But yeah, this year I'm going to try and call one in. I think that'll make for a really exciting adventure. So that's something I'm going to try and do, and that'll be probably around December. And then I've got some other ideas coming up. I don't want to mention everything that I want to do. I mean, I do, but I don't, because I know I've got a couple other channels out there that are kind of trying to copy me, and I don't want everybody to get my ideas. So I am gonna, kind of keep to myself with some of my ideas so that they don't get stuck out there from everybody else. But if you guys are commenting and I'm not seeing it, I'm really sorry, because on my end, the screen's blank. I'm not getting any comments. So yeah, I'll just have to look when I'm done, because yeah, I'm not seeing any comment. I'm sure you're commenting, and like I said, I'm sorry. I really wish because I got on here with the intent to answer questions and hopefully help you guys out. So I guess I'll just have to answer questions when I'm done and just read the questions. But yeah, like I said, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing any comments, but I'm sure you guys are commenting. Um, yeah, it stinks. I don't know what's going on with this. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue squirrel hunting and grouse hunting in that until I ain't got long. I'm gonna be up in the bow stand here October 1st, so it's coming really fast. My birthday's actually next week. It's the 28th. I think it's like Sunday or something like that. But this week I might be doing another goose hunt. I've got a friend up here, and she is one heck of a shot. I've seen some videos of her shooting, and yeah, she's pretty awesome. So I'm really hoping to get out. Hey, what's going on, Richard? All right, good. I finally got a comment, so I think it's working now. But yeah, this friend of mine's up here, and she wants to do some goose hunting. She's never done it before, and she sent me a picture of her dad's field, and it was just covered in geese. So I'm really pumped to get her out and get her on them geese, because it's going to be a blast, quite literally. So yeah. But yeah, not much, Richard. I've just, like I said earlier, I've been super busy with the garden. Yesterday I went out. I was actually all day yesterday on it. I was pulling all my Brussels sprout, or picking all my Brussels sprouts. I let them go until darn near winter, because you could pick them till they freeze. They're actually really hardy. But I pulled all my beans because we had frost already the other day. I think winter's going to come on a lot quicker than usual, which I'm fine with, because we haven't had a good early ice in years, and I'm ready. I'll hop on the ice tomorrow if it came. But yeah, we had a frost already. The beans got messed up, so I picked all the beans. Yeah, darn right, getting them groceries, man. I'll eat on that every day, especially that. I was talking about doing the corn on the cob in the microwave, man. I'll tell you, my uncle taught me that, and that's like my new addiction. I'll go out and pick a cob out there and just bring it in, and you put it in the microwave on 2 minutes or something, and throw some butter on it when it's done. And I mean, it's crazy because like I said, you leave it in the husk, and it's nuts because when it's done in the microwave, you pull it out, you cut the ends off of it, and all the husk falls right off, even the stringy pieces. It's so easy. So that's why I've been doing it that way, to put my corn up for the year, because it's a lot faster than the old-fashioned way of husking them. I mean, it's so much quicker. It's a little hotter. I burnt my fingers a few times today on it, but yeah, getting it done anyway. And yeah, the tomatoes are done. Basically, the garden's done. I'm just trying to get it tilled up and done for the year. That way I can worry about all my outdoorsy stuff. But yeah, just been busy with that. My eBay account's been kind of crazy. Yeah, tomatoes, man. I'll tell you, I should have planted more. My mom used to go nuts with them. She would plant like 2 whole rows of tomatoes, and I only bought 3 plants this year because, I'm not. Well, I don't know how to can them to begin with, and that's something big that she did. But I like BLTs. I mean, I could eat those every day, and that's what I got them for. But unfortunately, with just my 3 tomato plants, I only ended up with a few good tomatoes. So yeah, I really didn't get that many good BLTs. So I think next year I might just get a whole row of them. But those me as far as my birds that knew about my pheasants, they all got out recently. I don't know what happened. I went out there and I know nothing on them because there wasn't any feathers or anything, but I went out to check on them the one day, and I started off with 25 pheasants. I went out there, the pheasant pen, there should have been 10 because I knew I had 10 left. There was only 5. I'm like, oh my God. So I took those 5. I went out with a fish net and I caught all of them, which I was worried about them because of course, they're wild. They're freaking out. But I caught them and I put them in one of my chicken coops. Well, I thought that the chicken yard was nice and fenced. I didn't think there was any gaps in the fence. They lasted 2 days in there and then they were gone. And I went out there and I'm freaking out. I'm walking around. Well, sure enough, I found where they pushed the fencing out just enough where they must have walked right out. And I'll tell you what, as bummed as I am about it, I didn't want to have to buy any more next year. I think I'm just going to buy eggs because I got a big incubator. But they're wild now, which is what I wanted anyway. I wanted to, just keep adding to the population. I know they're still alive and doing well because yesterday when I was working in the garden, I could hear one of them roosters out there crowing in the bean field next to me. So it's just great. I love the fact that they're out and doing their thing. So yeah, if they can make it through the winter, that'll be just amazing. That's my dream, is to get them going up here because we haven't had a good pheasant population in so many years. And if I can pull that one off, I think the next thing I'll work on is probably quail. I know they're a lot harder, but if I can get the pheasants going, I'll work on them. Yeah, I hear they're pretty good eating. I've actually never tried them before. I told myself that if these ones make it through next year, if I know for a fact that they're doing well, I'll probably go out in my pasture and jump them, and maybe take a rooster. Or like I said, I'm planning a trip downstate next month. I'll have to look up the date. I can't even remember now, but I'm going to be doing a pheasant hunt down there, and I'm going to film that too. But it's going to be my first ever pheasant hunt downstate. I think in the Thumb we're going to be going. And my buddy, he knows a really good pheasant spot, so we should be getting on them. That'll be a first for me, so I'm excited. Yeah, I haven't had quail either. My family grew up down in Grass Lake, Michigan, and they said quail used to be a big thing down there. You could go out every morning and hear them whistling off the power lines and that, but they're just not around anymore. I think it's a matter of farmland being taken over, and the just lack of habitat really is a big issue. Yeah, I'm hoping to do some pheasant hunting for sure here pretty soon in October, and then I'm going to be doing. Like I said, I'm not going to say it. I want to, but I know I got a couple channels out there that are trying to copy me, and I don't want that to happen. So, but just so you guys know, there is some really great stuff coming up this fall. Including some episodes, some things that I've never done before, that I think you guys will find really cool. And yeah, I've been putting a lot of thought into all this, and I'm really hoping you guys enjoy it. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that's been following me, subscribing, and everything. I've noticed my subs have been going up a little bit here and there, and that's awesome. Anything that helps my channel out, I've put a lot of work into this over the past couple years, and I'm trying to, do all I can to just keep putting good videos out there for you guys. So the mushroom ones, they're about done for the year because we're getting pretty cold now up here. So I think I'm done with that. Trout season ends about a week, a little over a week. So I might try and get out trout fishing again. But right now my brain's kind of in the hunting mode. So we'll see. But yeah, I wish I could hear a quail. I heard them when I was a kid downstate, so I know what they sound like. They're definitely a cool bird, but yeah, we don't have them up here. I've never heard them up here. Even the woodcock, we don't have very many woodcock up here. Hey, thank you, man. I'm glad you like that. I am going to be doing a lot more small game videos this year because, especially after I tried that, after slow cooking that squirrel, I haven't done the video yet on it, which, I did record it. I just haven't put it out there, but that chili turned out incredible, and slow cooking it made it, I mean, it peeled apart just like tuna fish or chicken. I mean, I could make all kinds of really good stuff out of that. So, yeah, I've been eating squirrel my whole life, and I've always thought it was kind of tough, but I still loved it. But no, the way that I did it in the slow cooker, I'm going to be eating a lot more squirrels this year, and we're going to be doing rabbit hunts, and yeah, it's going to be a good year for small game for sure. I'm planning lots and lots and lots of hunts for them. And then, like I said, the trapping's going to be coming up. I got October 15th is opening day for the majority of the trapping seasons up here. And I'll be doing, cooking videos on all that, showing how I eat a lot of that random stuff that people just don't eat. I like raccoon, and I mean, I love all the animals, don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of people out there that seem to think just because I trap, oh man, you must hate the animals. But no, I have a love for all animals, big and small. But at the same time, there's a lot of them that I find delicious. See, I love dumplings. I don't know how to make them. My mom could make some killer dumplings, and I bet you that would be really good. I've never had squirrel and dumplings. One thing I wanted to do this year that I never got around to was turtle. I actually love snapping turtle, and the only ones I caught this season were just too small to keep because Michigan's got kind of it doesn't seem like a big law, like it's 13 inches from the head to the tail part of the shell, but that's pretty big because they're usually bigger around than they are from there to there. So it can be tough to hit that limit. But yeah, the couple I did catch this year just weren't that big. Ruby being a nut. But yeah, usually I've actually gone out fishing for turtles for snappers, which is a lot of fun. You take your big old pike bobbers and a good sized rod and just use some dead fish, and I'll tell you, that's a lot of fun. You throw them things out if you go to like a marsh or something where there's some snappers around, and they just love it, man. I've caught all kinds. When I lived in Jackson, I fished, can't remember the name of this place. It's I don't know, like some kind of falls or something, but there was a couple swampy ponds down there, and it was funny. I went down and I was fishing snapping turtles, and the place is very populated. It's like a big tourist attraction down there, and people are just showing up constantly and taking pictures and stuff. And these older ladies come up, they see me pulling a big old turtle out of there, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're the Jackson Turtle Man!" I'm like, "Take that back." But yeah, I had a lot of fun down there catching turtles. That's something I've always loved doing. But they are excellent. For those of you that hasn't tried turtle yet, I highly recommend it. Hopefully next year I can get one. We have a short season up here in Michigan. Yeah, Ruby's out here running around. Hey, Ruby, come here, girl. Come here, crazy. There's old Ruby. Yeah, I love you too. Yeah, she's sleeping in my room for the majority of the time here. But she is a good girl. I've been training her so well this year, where I'm pretty excited because she's last year, for those of you that noticed, last year I had to keep her on a leash out ice fishing, which I really hated because she just, she wanted to go out with me to check all the tip ups and all that. But I was worried she'd run away because that's what she has a tendency to do. But this year I've been working so hard training her, and she's been doing good. I take her out in the yard. She walks alongside me. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of her this year. I think every single time I ice fish, she's going to be out with me. And she'll be free. She'll be out running tip ups with me and everything else. So it's going to be a blast. And she sure loves fishing. I was hoping to take her camping some more too, but it's getting pretty chilly now. So we've already had, tonight's going to be our third frost, I think. So yeah, it's been kind of rough, but I'm loving it. I mean, like I said, that's deer season's getting around the corner. I had a nice buck out back tonight. I went out to my stand, got everything ready. I'm pumped now. I've been walking a lot, mushroom picking and small game hunting. That is the perfect time to get out and find other places for deer, especially on public land. It's a good way to scout, small game hunting, especially because what I like to do for the squirrels, if I'm walking a 2-track and I find a decent deer trail, I'll just hop on that deer trail and I will walk that thing as far as I can, because you'll be amazed at the stuff you find walking them deer trails. And you just, you find some really great spots to hang a stand. Most people, I'm not going to say much, but a lot of the people that come up here to hunt, especially around rifle season, they don't get very far off the 2-track. They'll hunt 20 yards off the 2-track. You'll see them when you go down, and that's not how I am. And that's the bigger bucks, if you want them, especially up here, because so many people hunt so close to the 2-track. You want to get out, you want to get away from that 2-track, and you walk those deer trails, you're going to find some spots that are just going to blow your mind. I marked 4 of them the other day on my GPS, and yeah, I'm not totally sure. I've got one this year that I'm going to be hitting, and I think I'm going to wait around the rut because I think it's going to be a good rut location. I'm hoping to get some really cool videos of buck fights and stuff, because a couple years back I got to watch a really cool one, and I wish I was recording that year. I watched this 4 and a 6 out there fighting, and that 4 got his butt kicked, man, and he got thrown down to the ground and everything, and then took off. And then there was like 3 big bucks chasing does that same day. It was the kind of stuff you see on the Sportsman channel. I mean, it was a great day. So yeah, I'm pumped to get that kind of footage. And I was really hoping to invest. I'm hoping, at least for next year, invest in one of those trail cameras that have the sound with them, so that I can set that up in front of me so that you can see the shots and everything, just to get another better angle. It was something I wanted to do, but probably gonna have to wait till next year. Believe it or not, I have never had a rifle until this year. My entire life, I've rifle hunted. I have used a shotgun. I just never owned a rifle. This year, a buddy of mine loaned me a 30-06. I took it out with my buddy John last weekend, and I sighted it in at 100 yards. I hit a bullseye the size of a nickel, and it was awesome. So I'm pumped to shoot that. I know I can hit a deer from at least 100 yards with that. But usually I use a shotgun, which I've always loved that anyway, because it's kind of like bow hunting. You'd have to have those deer in close. I wouldn't shoot them unless they were within like 50 yards with my shotgun. And I enjoy the whole close range shots anyways. But I'd never, knock on wood, I've never lost a deer in my life. And I'm hoping to never lose one. But the shotgun, I think, helped me a lot with that, because I wasn't taking those shots that, I only took shots that I knew I could handle, that I knew was going to drop them. And I don't take, even if it's a great buck, I'm not going to take a chance. I mean, I don't want to risk losing an animal. So that's why I don't even hunt during the rains. If it's raining, I'll probably be out waterfowl hunting. Just warning you guys now, you'll probably get a random waterfowl episode if it rains, especially during bow season, because I won't bow hunt in the rain. I also don't like to hunt, I prefer morning hunts because, if I shoot a deer with my bow in the evening, I'm always worried that I'll lose it in the evening time. I won't get it in time, and coyotes will get it or something. So I prefer morning hunts. I will be hunting all day long, though. I do like sitting in the stand all day because you see some pretty crazy stuff when you're up there all day long. The nights are pretty cold up here right now. We're getting down to, it was 33 the other day when I woke up. And we've had, like I said, 3 frosts now in a row. But come winter time, we get some super cold nights. But it's bow season's on October 1st. So it's coming up really close, man. I'm super excited for it too. That is but rifle season's cool and all, but honestly, I don't like how the deer are all hectic and they're getting pushed. And I mean, sure, it's kind of exciting, I guess, to see the deer run, but I prefer them in their natural state. Getting, you've got a better chance of getting to watch them fight, hear them grunt and bleat and all that during bow season than you do during rifle. Because during rifle season, they're usually running and they're hectic and freaking out. So, yeah, bow season's my jam. But this year I've tagged out before in bow season, but this year if I get one, I'm pretty sure I will. I usually do, but if I get one during bow, I'm gonna stop for bow season. I'll probably just start duck hunting, and then I'll wait till rifle because I want to give you guys a taste of both seasons here in Michigan, just so you can see what they're like. And I'm definitely going to get a bunch of the rut going on. Cat's starting to fight over here. But yeah, I've got all kinds of plans, guys. There's rifle season's November 15th here in Michigan, but there's also 2 really good fishing seasons coming. Not seasons, but there's a couple fish runs that we get in November that I'm looking forward to doing videos on this year that I have never done videos on. So that's something I'll be doing too. And that's what I don't want to mention because I know somebody that watches this will probably try and copy me. So haters gonna hate. But yeah, I've got a lot of plans. That's for sure. I was trying to do my best this year with mushrooms. I screwed up by missing out on morels. I was just so busy fishing that I didn't get my butt out for morels. So next year I'm gonna have to hit that. Okay, 1st of November. Yeah, see, no, we have bow season from October 1st, and it goes right on into rifle season. Hey, what's happening, man? Yeah, we got bow season starts October 1st, and it runs right on into rifle. I mean, you can even bow hunt during rifle if you want. I haven't heard much about the lately. I'm sure they are, though. As chilly as it's been, I'm sure they're starting to run. Once they start running, that we have runs most of the winter up here. It's pretty crazy, especially in the Asable. And that's something I'm going to be doing through the ice. I'm going to have some pretty good episodes on the steelhead. I'm going to focus on them a lot this year because that's a whole different ball game on ice rod. But yeah, we got bow season goes from October 1st until, I mean, you can just keep on going with that as long as you want. Rifle goes from November 15th till the 30th. And then you've got muzzleloader season. We've already had early does this weekend. But honestly, I don't agree with it. I mean, those that do it, go right ahead. It's your right. It's legal. But I did it 5 years ago, and my doe was still lactating, and that was enough for me. I seen that, and it just made me sick to my stomach, and yeah, no use. I mean, I could get a doe anytime out there during bow season. I see enough of them, it would not be hard. I mean, yeah, that's just not for me. I can wait. There's really no rush on that. Plus, it's usually way too warm right now. Sure, it's kind of chilly right now, but not chilly enough to be hanging them out during the day. So I prefer to hang my deer for a few days out in the barn, and it's just not that cool yet. But yeah, they're actually starting to get some salmon. I know the steelhead got to be running, but they're starting to get some salmon too in Oscoda and up in Alpena. They got to be there's. Yeah, I never hear anything about where I live here in Harrisville, but there's got to be some in the harbor. They used to run there all the time. Yeah, there's plenty of deer. I mean, there's no, I'm not worried about it. But I don't know. I just that's just me though. Anybody else, I mean, they can do what they, it's your right. You're legal to do it. So, but that's just not how I am. I don't need to. I just take when I want when I need food. So, which from now on, that's what I'm going to be living off of is anything I get. I haven't bought food. I haven't bought meat from the store, and God, it's been like 3 months. I've been living off of what I've had in the freezer and what I've been taking, and yeah, fish and squirrels and leftover venison from last year. Now, see, I wish I know they say hogs are a problem. God, I wish we had hogs. I would love. I've never tasted a wild hog, but I sure love. I love pork with the. Yeah, I wouldn't mind being able to go out and get a hog here and there. That would definitely be sweet. My sister lives down in Florida. She's kind of up towards the top of the Panhandle there, and she said she's got hogs out in her backyard, and I want to go down there. That I had it planned back in April to get down there before all this COVID crap happened, and it sucks because I had so many cool plans. I was gonna kayak with gators. I was gonna hunt hogs. I was gonna do all kinds of stuff, man. But well, I wish I could come down there and help you with that problem, Rich, because I sure would love it. Oh yeah, we got bear up here. Actually, the bear season, they just had a bear season recently, and a few of my friends got them. You gotta get special tags, but oh, I would love to go to Texas and hunt hogs. You kidding? I would. Yeah, that would be wicked awesome. That's actually on my bucket list. I've got a few places on my bucket list, and Texas for hogs is one of them. Wyoming for the elk and pronghorn is on my list. Montana trout fishing. I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of, but just a matter of coming up with the monies someday. Yeah, but how do the wild hogs taste, anyways? Are they? I've heard they're gamey, but I don't know. They can't be that bad. Or do they taste as good as pork? I mean, I'm sure, because they're eating out of the wild, I'm sure they're a little bit gamey, but they can't be that bad. Hey, Albert. How's it going, brother? Good to see you too, man. It's been forever. Yeah, I've just been keeping busy, man. Okay, I kind of figured they were good eating. Somebody that, I don't even remember who told me that they were gamey, but I don't know. Pig's a pig to me, man. I would love that. Hey, Cy, man, you've been killing it lately, metal detecting. I'll tell you what, if it hadn't been for hunting season getting my gears going, I'd be out because you have been finding some just amazing stuff. For those of you that hasn't checked him out yet, Cy's detecting. He finds some really cool stuff. He's out metal detecting all the time, and yeah, he's been making me jealous. That's something I slacked on this year. Last year, I metal detected religiously. You guys know that I was out a lot last year, and this year I've just been putting it off. But he's been out. He's been finding some just amazing things. Yeah, it blows my mind every day to see the stuff you're finding, buddy. That's really cool. But yeah, I'm still supposed to. My sister's stepkid wants me to take him out fishing, so I'm hopefully going to be doing that this week. I got to wait till he gets out of school or something, but yeah, I mean, we'll come up with a day. I mean, I'm up for it any day. I pretty much never have plans, so yeah, I would love that because yeah, like I said, my poor detector needs dusted off. I feel bad for not doing as much as I should be. Oh heck yeah! Okay. As far as hunting state land, there's really not. You can walk the two tracks. That's what I do. There's not a law against that at all. That's what I've been doing since I was a kid. And I highly recommend that. That is my favorite way to squirrel hunt, and grouse. Really, go out on those 2 tracks, find yourself a place to pull off the road, and once you pull off, just start hiking. Enjoy the hike. I have a hard time stopping, honestly, because once I get to walking, I want to see what's even further ahead. But as you walk, watch for those oak stands, man. You look for the oldest oak trees you can. Especially, if you're only seeing one oak tree here, one oak tree there, it's not going to be the best. But if you find spots where you've got 4 or 5 big oaks in an area, almost guarantee there's going to be squirrels there. And if you don't see a squirrel right away, something my dad taught me when I was a kid, that it takes just a little bit of patience. But you sit down on a log, and I guarantee you won't go 10 minutes without seeing one. You can time yourself. Look at your phone or whatever you want. Sit on that log. Just keep an eye out of the trees and give yourself 10 minutes. If you don't see one in 10 minutes, go ahead and keep walking. But I get that within 10 minutes, you're going to see some squirrels in those oaks. And yeah, you're going to have fun. Squirrel hunting is definitely the way to start. That I still love it to this day. And I'll probably always love how my dad got me into hunting. And yeah, it's just a whole lot of fun. But there's no special rules for walking state land. You are totally good to go on walking those trails. Yeah, I heard that somebody got a hold of me recently about the walleyes, and I haven't heard of any yet running down there, but they are getting them really good here in Oscoda, I guess, now off the pier. You're welcome, Jonathan, and I really hope that helps. Let me know how you do. I'm always curious to hear how things go, and send me pictures, whatever. I'm always up for that. I like to see how other people are doing. But yeah, I haven't heard much for walleye down there. I was told that the Saginaw should be picking up around, probably mid next month, which stinks because that's also when the rut usually picks up. So it's going to be a tricky one for me, but I already talked to Uncle Dale, and we're going to be doing a few trips down there. So yeah, definitely going to be on that. But yeah, I'm going to have to try that wild hog, though, as soon as I get a chance. I've just never had it before. Okay, that does make sense, though, about the bigger hogs. But I'm sure they're a blast to hunt, though. Big bear rug. Oh, that's not a bear rug. That's just a jacket. Yeah, I don't have any bear rugs. Thank you very much. She's a sweetheart. She is Walker and Redbone Coonhound. And I'll tell you, I love her to death. That she's the best dog I could ever ask for. Best friend. I mean, I do everything I can with her. She goes uptown all the time with me. I'm always buying her. If I'm driving through town, I buy her a hamburger from Burger King. Or she's a spoiled little girl, but she loves it. Oh, that's very cool, Albert. Man, yeah, that's really cool. It's exciting, man. I'll tell you, bow hunting's my favorite because you can't beat that excitement, and like you said, they got to be so close when it comes to bow hunting. Because I don't shoot. I always make sure that they're within 30 yards, so that's pretty close. And it's funny, the deer always look so much bigger when they're up there, and she keeps wanting to play ball. Yeah, the deer always look so much bigger, especially when you're first starting out, and it can get your nerves racking. My best day was a few years ago. I was out there in my stand, and it was opening day of bow here, October 1st, and we have usually early seasons the best for bucks, because your bucks are usually still in your bachelor groups. So if you see one buck coming in, a lot of times there's going to be another buck with him, or at least shortly behind him. So that's why I really, I used to be the one to shoot the first big doe that I'd see come in and stuff, but now I really hold off because, and it's paid off for me. I usually end up getting a nice buck within pretty quick time on opening day, but this year I'm gonna try and be as picky as I can. Um, but yeah, coonhounds are my favorite now. I mean, so after having her, she's just such a goofball. She treed one of my barn cats the other day. It was the first time she's ever treed one of them, and I felt so bad, but it was hard to be mad at her because she had that big old goofy grin on her face while she's howling up the tree. Poor cat's up there freaking out. So, it was a good time though. Yeah, she's ran a few coons before. I used to run her quite a bit, but she got tore up the one time by the coons, so I quit pulling her on them. But she still loves it. I take her in the woods every chance we can. But man, that would be crazy. Yeah, I've watched a lot of shows on TV with the hog hunts, and it seems like it'd be hard to get a second shot because they definitely go nuts when you pull that the first time. But I hope you enjoy that doe though, Albie, because that's, man. I've been, like I said, I've been living off my venison because my mom liked it, but we never had it that often because she loved, we would go out and get our beef and pork and whatever from the store all the time. So we had it like once every month or once every other month, but now I'm eating it like almost daily. That's just, and I love it. I could live on venison, honestly. It's just excellent. Oh yeah, dude, it is so good. One thing I recommend, I'm actually shooting a crossbow now. I used to shoot a compound. I had a Darton. It was actually a Darton youth compound. And it's funny because I shot that thing until I was like, I don't know, like 26, 27 years old. I was shooting a youth bow, but I was good with it. I popped a chipmunk at 30 yards. I mean, I loved that darn bow, but it just got to, it was just not right for me. I hope to get another bow, another compound one day because to me, they are more fun to shoot than the crossbow. But right now I'm shooting a Barnett crossbow, and it's not a real great Barnett. It's not super powerful or anything. My buddy was just joking the other day because when I first got it, he thought, oh, this is kind of cool, but he didn't think I'd even be able to really take down deer. And I've already got, I don't know, I think I've got 6 or 7 bucks with it. I mean, it's done me good. So yeah, I'm really loving it, man. But I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite recipes that I've been liking to do. Hey, what's happening, Steve? Oh yeah, Venetton Lake. God, I fished the heck out of that lake. And as far as the southern end goes, that's actually where I grew up. Was down there. I grew up off of Oscoda Street, and the channel's obviously awesome. There's just about everything in there, but that entire bay is really good. I like to troll that bay using those bear paw spinners that I've showed in some of my videos. I like to troll those. I like to troll other crawler harnesses. Chartreuse and gold seem to be my best colors in there for the walleye. But perch, as far as perch, just dragging a crawler on the bottom with a split shot and Aberdeen hook or a true turn. Do good on the perch. I like to go along those. There's a weed bed. That lake, obviously. There's a weed bed that runs the entire drop off around that lake. And if you cast that weed bed with spinner baits, basically anywhere with a spinner bait, you're going to get pike, you're going to get big bass. I mean, it's just nuts. That spinner baits are like top dog on that lake, and they always have been for me. So yeah, that's my favorite for there. I actually love to use like barbecue type seasonings on my venison. I buy the McCormick seasonings. I also like to use they've got the smoky Montreal steak I like to throw on there. But my favorite recipe to do with venison is actually, I like to do it like a chicken fried steak. What I do is I take my steaks out and I mix up my own seasoned flour. I will pour in as much of my favorite seasonings as I can. Once the flour gets some color to it, I know it's good and seasoned. And once it gets a good smell, obviously, and then I'll pat that steak in the flour. I'll use my hand tenderizer. I beat the flour into the meat, slap the meat in again. I beat it again, and then I throw it in some hot oil. I let that cook only for honestly like maybe 20, 30 seconds. I do not cook my venison very long. I like it darn near still grunting at me. Um, I don't cook it very long. Just let it get nice and a little brown on either side, and then I pull it out. I throw it on another plate, and I do that until all my steaks are cooked up, and then I dump the grease out. I throw in a couple cups of milk, and then I throw in 4 to 6 tablespoons of my flour into that milk, and I whisk it up, and I make a homemade gravy out of it, and then I just pour that gravy over top of my seasoned steak. And I'll tell you, it is so good. I do that so much. I mean, I'm sure it's not the greatest for you, but it is delicious. I've also done it where I've made French fries, and I've actually like homemade potato chip fries, and I've cooked them up, thrown them on top of the venison, and then poured the gravy over top of all of it, and oh, it's to die for, man. I'll tell you what. But yeah, dude, it's really hard to beat venison. My mom didn't like it for many years until I started cooking it the way that I did, and yeah, that's how you got to cook it. And because a lot of people that don't like venison, it's because they've never had it cooked right. It's because they've had it. Yeah, I know. I am. I've actually haven't eaten yet. I was gonna only do like a half hour run so I could cook some fish up, but I'm okay. I'll keep on going. But yeah, the venison, man, I just love doing it that way. And if you do it that way, Albie, let me know how you like it because I'll tell you, it is so good. And even if you didn't want to make your own homemade gravy, you could just use the gravy packets. I've cheated and done that before too. That's another easy way to go about doing it. Okay. Yeah, I'll hit you up for sure. Cause I mean, I like going down to Saginaw. I got addicted to it this year when I started doing it with Uncle Dale, and man, you guys have one hell of a fishery down there. It just blew my mind with all the dang walleyes you got. That was even the small ones. I just love catching them. I could fish them all day long, even if I'm throwing them back. Oh yeah, Tony Sachery's. I just started using that. Oh, God, I'd never even used it in my life. I started using it, I think, last month on some fish, and I did try that one time on my venison too, and yeah, that was good. I've thrown that on just about everything. That stuff's excellent. Yeah, it is. It's really delicious. No, we haven't had. There hasn't been any good salmon runs up this way since the depletion of our smelt. Once the smelt disappeared, we haven't had any good runs. That's why everybody goes across the state. They're overfishing the Betsy, or that's everybody's going across the state. We do get. I actually did. I've got a couple videos on here of my. I'm almost positive I've done them on my venison, but I'll do it again here soon. I like to do updated videos of things, anyways. Um, and right now, I'm actually in the process of um, doing goose jerky out of the geese that I got last time because I love goose jerky. For those of you that hasn't tried goose jerky yet, it is excellent. That is my favorite thing to do with geese. And yeah, I got like 10 pounds of it right now marinating. Well, hi Gordon. Very nice to meet you, and I hope you do well. We've got a pretty good herd going on right now. Um, I don't know where you plan on hunting, but it's excellent all around. A lot of my family's down in Jackson. I'd really like to get down there and hunt because that's obviously where the giants are. But I'm gonna see if I can get it done up here. I'm gonna try and picky this year and see if I can get something with a little more bulk to it because all my bucks seem to be about the same size that I've taken. Yeah, I'll have to check out their fish fry. Yeah, it's my big sister trying to call me. Oh yeah, catch and cook in the boat. That's something I've never tried before. Oh, Jackson. Well, there you go, man. Holy cow. Yeah, you guys got some giant bucks down there. Well, good luck to you too. Yeah, I look forward to hearing how you do. Um, yeah, it's going to be a good opener. I was out today, like I said, I put my climber stand up above my ladder. I sat in in that puppy, and I was looking, and I've got it on such a good angle this year that I'm going to get some great footage, and I'm going to get a better shot too. Either way, when they come across in front of me, but I'm really pumped. And it's more comfy. I'm going to be able to sit out there all day long. Batteries for my camera probably won't even last as long as I will, but yeah, I'm gonna really put in some time this year and try and get some great footage out there. Even if it comes down to me using my phone if the batteries die, I'm gonna get something going. But yeah, I hope all of you have a great hunting season though. It's coming up quick here for me. October 1st, I'm very excited. October 2nd, I've got a doctor's appointment down in Saginaw, though it's kind of a serious deal, but I'll be all right. I'm gonna get that done and out of the way so I can worry about hunting the rest of the year. Yeah, well, Jackson, Michigan, man, that's they get some giant bucks down that way. My family's from Jackson, and well, they're from the Grass Lake area, but every year I see some insane bucks come from down there. I mean, up here we get some decent ones, but I've never seen them like they get down there. My uncle brought me up a shed a few years ago, and I was amazed at how thick that thing was. And I actually found one a couple years ago up here, though, on state land that blew people's minds. I was out metal detecting. How serious? Not sure what you mean there. But yeah, I was out metal detecting a few years back, and I found a huge antler shed. I mean, I thought it was like an elk shed or something hanging. It was just picturesque. It was hanging in the tree. So that buck must have just been walking, and it must have fell. It was just right in the crotch of this tree, but it was so cool. The rut actually starts in. It's usually mid October is when things start heating up. My favorite time of year is around Halloween, so that's why I'm not too worried about hunting around the opener. Um, I'm oh yeah, well, it's I don't know. I've just had some issues lately that my doctor's kind of worried that I might have. Like I lost my mom to cancer last year, and they're worried that my symptoms have been kind of around the same type thing, and I don't know. I just got to get checked out is all, and I'm just hoping that it's nothing bad, so I can keep on going. Um, but yeah, the rut usually gets pretty crazy around Halloween. That's why I'm not too worried about being in the stand too much. You know, the first week or so. I like to be in the stand a bunch the first few days because of the whole point of the bachelor groups with the bucks. But after that, the hunting can really kind of slow down, and and then I'm not too worried until the rut starts getting, because once the rut starts getting good, that's when you want to be in the woods. That's when things can get insane. I mean, you could be sitting there seeing nothing, and then all of a sudden things just go crazy. So I really appreciate that, man. I do. I could use that for sure. Oh yeah, yep. It's best to get checked out. Uh, yeah, I can't. You'll have to definitely let me know though about that, how she likes that, because it was a game changer for me. My mom she just never liked venison, and once I cooked that, she almost begged for it monthly. I mean, I really think I think your wife will like it. It was really good. Thank you for that. It was tough. And honestly, if we hadn't talked her into going to the doctor, because she was one that never wanted to go to the doctor, which I'm kind of the same way. I kind of fight it. Um, she uh she didn't want to go to the doctor. We talked her into it, and then just so happened they found out she had cancer, and then we fought it for a couple years, and it was tough, but at least she's not suffering no more. I mean, it's just been a tough year for me because I lost my dad and my mom within the past 6 years, and we were all really close knit, and we all fished together and everything. So it's just been a mess. Yeah, I'll check out your channel for sure. Um, and thank you. I'm glad you like my videos. Hopefully, I can keep it up, and hopefully, I can continue get making good content. I appreciate the prayers, man. Yeah, I love see kayak fishing's fun. Let's see, top three crappie lakes. Well, for sure, one of my favorites up here is Round Lake, and it's not in Alcona, but it's in Iosco, which is that's close. But Round Lake's hard to beat. That's a good crappie lake, and that's really good for all other big panfish too. And then I like Indian Lake used to be really good in Glenny. I can't really vouch for that anymore. I fished it not that long ago, and I honestly had a hard time even marking anything with the finder. It was really tough. Last winter, I didn't do good out of there, or the winter before that, so that was bad. Um, Other than that, Round Lake is really my only good lake up here right now for crappies, and that's like I said, that's over in Iosco. It's kind of off by Tawas. I have caught some crappies in Long Lake, which is also over there um, by Tawas, or it's more in Hale, but that's also a decent crappie lake there. It's kind of a bigger lake, but it's narrow, so that's one that's pretty fun in a kayak. Um, well, my happiest memories, I think it'd be probably fishing and hunting, more or less with my dad. We used to hunt and fish together all the time. Um, my mom, sadly, we didn't do that much fishing together until when my dad passed, because she was really the like literally stay at home mom. She stayed at home all the time, and then after he passed, I made it a point to get her out. I did everything I could with her. I took her. She loved garage sailing, so I would take her out garage sailing every weekend. I literally took her out every weekend, no matter what. I got her out fishing. She caught her first trout. Got some big brook trout. I actually have some videos on here of my mom mushrooming. Got a couple asparagus episodes and oyster mushroom episodes with my mom. And I don't know if I got any fishing ones with her. I might have, but yeah, I tried to do as much as I could with her though. And I'm glad that I did, because I didn't know that our time would be cut so short. Doctors didn't even know it all happened so soon, and it was rough. Honestly, I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't have Ruby. She keeps me going. So yeah, it's been a tough bunch of years. I'm sorry about your loss too, Randy. It's losing parents, especially to cancer. I mean, losing parents in general is hard, but cancer, man, it's a nasty thing that until you see the effects of it and have to deal with it, it's hard to explain how bad it feels, because being around that, it kind of tears you up inside. Um, I know it's made me a different person just dealing with all that. Thank you though very much. I appreciate that. I try my best, Gordon. I really do. Every year I've tried. I've looked back at some of my older videos, and I definitely think I'm doing better than I used to do. So I'm happy about that. I'm gonna keep trying to push at it and do better every year. Yeah, I'll tell you, I miss every year hunting season comes around, and it just hurts, because that was something. At deer camp with my dad, we would watch Escanaba in the moonlight. It was a big thing. We still got it on VHS. That was something we'd watch every time before we'd head out hunting, and that was just a big thing for, I mean, it's a funny movie, but that was something that we always did, me and my dad. And he would always. I remember when we wake up, um, me and because my sister would do deer camp with us too, and when we'd wake up every morning for deer hunting, he would have hot cocoa made up for us on the old Coleman gas stove. So yeah, there's I have a lot of great memories with him, and a lot of great memories with my mom. My mom, I think I took a little harder than my dad, just because, especially, she was my rock after losing dad, so it was a lot harder, especially now because I'm by myself. I look around this house, and I don't know, sometimes the silence and the loneliness kind of gets to me, but like I said, Ruby keeps me going. Hey, it was great chatting with you too, Albie, and I really hope that you have a great season. Let me know, keep in touch for sure. I want to know how you guys like that recipe, and let me know how your deer season ends up turning out. So yeah, I hope you have a good night, brother. I'm actually going to get off of here too, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I sure did. I always love chatting with you guys, and it was nice to see some new faces on here. I love talking with everybody and sharing my memories and just sharing my life experiences. So it was just it was a blessing. Well, thank you very much, man. Ohio too. You guys, you got a killer deer hunting down there. I got a friend that goes to Ohio every year, and he comes back with monster bucks. But I appreciate your support. You've been just awesome, and thank you, Michael. Really appreciate it, man. Oh yeah, hard to beat those, Jonathan. You have a good night too, Richard. Thank you for joining in. I really appreciate that, man. All right, talk to you guys later. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining in from Indiana. Well, Randy, I'm about to hop off, but my best camp food, I think that honestly, it's hard to really call it camp food, but a Dinny Moore beef stew was something that my dad always had to have. And, yeah, it came in a can, but that's what we always had was Dinny Moore beef stew. Oh, God, the parrot? Okay. Yeah, Jaeger. Oh, not sure how well you'll see him because it's pretty dark over here. Let me get my light. I'll use my phone. Yeah, that parrot is named Jaeger, and sometimes he's a cool dude, but most of the time he just likes to scream. You're down here now, huh? What are you saying? Huh, Jaeger? Yeah, he'll have to make another appearance in the daytime. But he's a Quaker, and he is crazy. Oh. All right, well, hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe, and I hope you all have a great season.